Hello, everybody. Welcome to CripChat, your weekly podcast for everything disability. Today I have with me Jonathan Shah,
Hello.
ABD,
Hello.
and myself, David D. Today we'll be talking about, in honor of the Carers Week, people with disability and their carers in Australia. So, Ibby.
Yes, David.
Can you elaborate on Carers Week and people with disability and their carers?
Yes. Thank you for that, David. Welcome everyone to CripChat for today. So yeah, we'll be talking about carers and how, I guess, to best use, but also form a relationship between you and your carers. So, look, a bit of our experience.
Like and share, and if you got any comments, please put it down in the comment box.
No worries. So, look, a bit of experience for me. So, I got a guardian, so a mother, who is also my carer. And so, what that means is that she'll be providing, support for me whenever I need it. Um, it's sort of a kind of different to support work. Don't you agree, David?
Yeah, it's a bit different to support work, but see, they
Oh, looks like David's cut out. So, Jonathan, do you think it's
Yeah,
different to support work?
it's different supporters. These are our mother, father, our siblings who support us. And
can you
it's important we recognize their contributions.
Yeah, I agree. Look, do you have a carer or someone who plays a carer role in your life?
I have my mother and father who support me around the clock.
And so, what is their role in the carer space for you, Jonathan?
Their role is to help me with, feeding and dressing and being a moral support, which leads us to our first question.
Yeah. So, David, welcome back. So, question to you: what do disabled people need so that carers can be mothers and fathers and family members and friends rather than carers onto the grave?
well, difference between one does it from for 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 payment, and one does it for the love, and they do it from their heart. So the one feels like they're obligated to do it, and one can quit at any time.
Oh yeah.
So one feels like a job, and one doesn't.
Yeah. So that's the difference between a support worker and a carer.
No, Karen, see, there's no difference. It's the same thing, but a support worker can come and go, and support worker can come and go, and you can feel like they can be fired.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
one does it just for the money, the other does it for love.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
they can both do it for love also.
Mm. No, true. But it's also a view around trust. Trusting that person that to be in your care.
Yeah,
And so once you have that trust, you form, I guess, a beautiful relationship between you and your carer.
yes,
Ideally, carers are there for the long run to support you whatever you need.
yeah.
Yeah.
See the
I
difference.
guess there's a different relationship you have with support workers as opposed to your kids.
That's right. It's all about that relationship that's formed.
Yes, but
Is there
within
a
the NDIS,
difference
you can't have a carer.
between relationships you have with your support workers as opposed to your family?
So the difference in relationship between support workers and carers, I
Yeah,
think, with a carer it's more long term, whereas with a support worker, ideally it's a temporary. Um, David, what are your thoughts? Do you agree?
I agree, but it could also mean the same thing. See, see, within the NDIS, your carer cannot be paid because it's conflict of interest.
Yeah,
But your
that's
support
right. That's
worker
absolutely true.
can.
Mm, that's good that you highlighted that.
But but in that case there, the support your carer has to take out of their time instead of them working, they lose money. So why can't
That li-
the carer why can't the carer also get paid for NDIS?
well, I guess there's other, I guess, benefits from the government in relation to carers. Um,
the cares allowance.
yeah, carers allowance, for example. They're, I guess, well equipped and payments are made to carers. But look, moving
Wednesday.
on. David, are carers actually volunteers, or are they forced into the role?
Well, you know what? They're volunteers, but they're sometimes forced into the role.
Can you
It
elaborate on
depends.
that? Mm-hmm.
Depends. Depends if the kid is if they're married to the person with disability, they they volunteer themselves. But if the kid if they're the child of a person, that's forced into it.
Mm.
But it could also be volunteered because at the end that person there, because they love that person so much, they volunteer themselves.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
Because
point about. I guess look with carers, they do have government benefits that do get paid by the government um to take care of a person with a disability. But I guess most of the time they volunteer. Um, Usually because there's love and there's trust formed, but also because when somebody is in need of support, then carers are supposed to be there to provide that support.
yes, yes. And you gotta remember, when that person lives with that person, they
Mm.
know they know what they like the most, and they know they're not best. So they like to get give them the best support they can. If anyone's got any thoughts of what a carer is and what whether they support they're volunteers
Yeah, but
or they
David, I
please put
guess
it in the
all.
comments.
Yeah, no, thank you for that, David. Yeah, anyone have any comments or any questions they want to ask? Yeah, just send the comments. But David, you did mention something about carers are knowing you best.
Yes,
I don't believe that's true. I believe that we people with disability
yeah,
are the experts in our own lives. We know what's best for us.
yeah. We
A
do
Yeah.
carer
know
is
what.
there to support us with our
Yes,
journey, with our lives.
we do know what's best for us, but sometimes people with disabilities that are very young know
Mm.
their parents know exactly what they want next. They know their routine
Mm. Yeah,
because they've
yeah,
got routine.
yeah. True, true, David. But then at the end of the day, they gotta, I guess, not yeah, will teach, but also educate. And I guess, sorry about that. They gotta educate, people with disability to be more independent with their lives, with their decision
Yeah,
making, and then they grow up to be, leaders. Grow up to,
Yes.
have a voice, be in control, rather
see,
than
see,
them, being sheltered away. Go
yeah.
on, David.
Sometimes it's good to have one support worker or two that are used to that person. Because if you keep chopping and changing, that a person with a disability ends up being lost in translation.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone,
yeah, yeah. Look, all right. David,
yes,
is the hero and martyr narrative around carers damaging for both carers and people with disability? If not, why and why not?
It's a hero and martyr.
Yeah.
What do you can you
I
explain
think
it?
I think what the question means is that the idea of carers being the hero of a person with disability as opposed to the carer
When
what do you call it, sacrificing their life in a sort of way to look after a person with a disability.
you know what? A lot of people, while I get support work, they do give praise to the carers, but some people think, okay, they love what they do, and see, it depends on the carer. Some carers do it for a job. Some carers do it for a job and because they love it, because they
We
love people.
have a comment.
Indeed, can you
Yep.
read us?
So so one Facebook user said no, had lost the voice and control too. Now another Facebook user said yes, we had lost the voice and control. And look, ideally, in some, I guess, families, people are often sheltered, and
Yes,
so they lose their voice and control in their lives. Look, ideally, it shouldn't be that way. Um, I encourage people with disability to use their voice, be more involved in your community. Um, look, just educate the carers around you into making you feel a part of the community, making you, I guess, engage with people in your community.
it's very important to let your support workers or your carers know you like things the way you like them, not what they like.
Mm.
So you do
Have
what
those
you want.
conversations.
Have the conversations and let those carers or support workers know you like what you want to do, not what they think they want you to do. Because that's what they're
Mm.
there for.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what about carers who are also disabled people themselves? Do government and civil society recognize them?
They should recognize them because some people have less disability, but they're still helping each other.
Yeah, so hidden disabilities. But there's also those assumptions that are being made, by people in our
Yeah,
communities. They say that because you are a person with disability, that you require a carer on its own to look after you. It may not be the case. There are some people with disability out there who are carers themselves.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Well,
I
a
guess
lot of
it
people
would
ask me
Wait,
if I'm
have,
married to a blind person
hold on,
too.
hold on, hold on, one at a time. Sorry, Jonathan first.
I guess we have policies and legislation in development such as the Kids Gateway and the National Kids Strategy.
Okay, so there's less legislation happening with Carers
Yeah,
Gateway and also the National Carers services.
strategy.
Sorry, national care strategy. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Thank you for that, Jonathan. And over to you, David.
Well, a lot of people ask if I've got a relationship, the other person is blind also. Okay.
Oh yeah. There's assumptions that people make. If you're in a wheelchair, you have to date someone in a wheelchair. It's part of legislation. No, I'm just joking. For the people out there, that was a joke. It's not part of legislation, and it's completely ridiculous to assume that we're all humans. We're all, meant for each other. Disabled or able-bodied, we're all, human beings at the end.
We can have a relationship with someone that hasn't got a disability.
Of course you can, David.
Okay.
So, David, I care as part of careers, or is it a permanent thing?
There can be a career, and there can be a permanent thing.
Mm.
Now,
It depends on the relationship you have with the client or the person that you want to look after.
Yes. Whether you're married to that person, whether you're a parent to that person, whether you're a brother or a sister to that person, whether you're
Exactly.
just a friend,
Exactly.
whether it's a job for you.
Yeah. And I agree, David. I agree. And so, how can you develop a strong, healthy relationship between you and your carer?
Well, you can learn each other's sort of interests and communicate and
Communication
understand each
is
other.
key. Mm.
Communication is key, exactly.
Mm.
It's always good to have a support worker that's got the same interests as you.
Yeah.
Because then it doesn't seem to be a job for them. It's more like every day. It's like
Yep.
I've got support workers that tell me, man, time flies with you. I go, what? I go that's because it's like hanging out. You you enjoy the time.
Yeah.
Because we've got very similar interests.
Yeah.
It's not a job,
But
but it's a job.
It's also understanding that they have a role to play. But it's like that you gotta develop that trust between you and the person that you're caring for.
Yes.
Ideally, great, Jonathan.
You reckon there should be more support for our the one to care for us.
So more support is needed for those that care for us.
Yes.
Yeah. And I guess there are organizations out there like Carers Gateway
Yes.
that would be more than happy to, I guess, support those carers that are in need, but as well as want more information about developing and building relationships with an individual.
Like this.
Do you think it's good? It's healthy to chop and change carers?
Look, ideally, once you've got that relationship between you and your carer, and you're happy with that relationship, I don't think it would be wise to change carers unless something happens or unforeseen circumstances arise. Then I guess you would probably change carers. But that's just a matter of whether you need a carer at the end of the day or not. I mean, if you really are in need of one, then choose someone that works well with you. You have that relationship with. You know that's very important because
Like if
remember,
you,
at the end of the day, it's your life.
yeah,
You get to choose the way you want to live.
like if you're with a company and they've got many carers, you choose
Mm.
the ones you're most comfortable with, and you tell them these are the ones that I want first for choice.
Yeah.
And if you
True.
can't, then choose that person.
True. So, Jonathan, what have you shared with us?
I've shared with you mediators what the government is announcing this national cares week.
So, immediate release by the government in response to the
Yeah.
National Carers Week. Nice. Thank you very much for that, Jonathan. And so we'll move on to the next question. And so, can you bring up the next question, please, Jonathan? All right. So just to wrap up, David, what are your
Yeah.
final thoughts on this matter?
My final thoughts on carers.
Yep.
Well, some people can take it as a job. Some people are born into it. Some people, it's it, it's their obligation to be a
Yep.
carer. And some people just take it as a job.
Yeah.
So, but with the ones that take it as a job, they have to put their heart into it too. And
Yep.
when they put their heart into it, they become good carers.
Well said. Yeah.
Why
Yep. I agree with you,
should
David. And Jonathan, what is your final thoughts?
my final thought is care shouldn't be an obligation. It should be a mutual understanding between the two parties involved.
Yeah, so care shouldn't be an obligation, but rather a mutual agreement between the parties that are involved. Awesome. And I agree.
Including our family who
Including family.
support us.
Including the family that support us. Nah, good stuff, Jonathan and David. Thank you very much for sharing your insights on
What's
carers.
what's your final thoughts, John? Ibby?
And look, I agree with both you and Jonathan. Look, carers are an important aspect of a person with disability's life. People with disability should live the life they want and choose. And carers are there to, support them along the way. But like Jonathan said, there should be a mutual agreement between both parties. And so we go from there. Look, happy National, I guess, Carers Week for everyone out there, for all the carers out there.
And we do appreciate all your care.
Thank you very much, David. We do appreciate it, and keep up the good work. You've been watching CripChat, your weekly podcast on everything disability. Join us next week as we talk about more things disability. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, and please like and share.